Hey everybody, Candy, Brown Eyed Girl here. Just kind of relaxing, taking it easy today. The last couple days, I think it was more like yesterday, the 27th, when I made a video walking to Walmart. I started thinking about, maybe I should get my story out there so people can, get to know me and a little bit about me. So, first off, let me say that I was born on June 23rd, 1969. I was born in Fort Worth, Texas, and I was raised in Oklahoma all my life. Till I didn't move out of Oklahoma until, oh gosh, I guess I was in my mid-20s. We'd moved around a lot in the state of Oklahoma, but I basically was born in Texas and raised in Oklahoma my whole life. At the age of 5, I found out that I was adopted. And basically it just came from me asking my mom and dad questions about certain things. I guess when you're a little kid, you hear things about how babies are made or where babies come from or whatever. And I started asking questions, and they just decided to go ahead and tell me. One of the things that they had asked at the adoption agency was, when should we tell her that she's adopted? And they basically said, as soon as you think she'll understand. So at the age of 5, I was told that there was a teenage girl who was 16 years old who gave birth to me. Got pregnant, gave birth to me, but she couldn't raise me because, I guess, of her age, being that she was only 16, still in high school. And then I was told that my birth father was over the age of 18 and in the military. Basically, from that point on, I understood, and it was like I didn't have an issue with being adopted. It didn't really ever bother me. In fact, if anything, I felt special. I was made to feel special. My parents, they had been married for 16 years. They could never have kids of their own, and my mom went through a lot. She lost like a total of 5 babies in a total of like 5 or 6 year span. So she went through a lot. And by the time they were 36 and had no kids, they wanted kids, so they adopted. I completely understood everything that they told me. See, what else was I going to say about this? People always asked me, well, do you want to find your birth parents, And I'm like, well, yeah, a part of me does, A part of me wants to find them. I'm curious as to who I look like and what characteristics and I have because of who, and why my personality, might be the way it is. But it wasn't like anything that I set out to do. I just figured that if it was meant to happen, it would happen. So throughout the years, of course, I would think about it, and I always wondered what it would be like to, get to meet my birth parents if I ever got a chance to do that. I didn't ever know who would find who, if anything. I didn't know if I'd ever find her or if she'd ever find me. Well, let's fast forward to May of 2008. That's when I got my computer. And I'd already had an email address set up for a couple of years before I actually got my computer. And when I logged on to my computer, I had like a whole bunch of emails because, I hadn't had a chance to check my email in a while. So I had a whole bunch of emails, and I had this one email invite me to this group on Yahoo called Homestead Adoption. Well, I knew that the adoption agency that I was adopted out of was called Homestead. So I went ahead and joined, and then I met some people, adoptees as well as birth mothers alike, and they pretty much helped me in the process. Basically what I did was I went to all the adoption boards that I could find, and I put my information out there as much as I knew. I just put all the information that I had access to. There was one little tidbit of information that I had been given from coming to Homestead Adoption Group, and that was that my birth mother's last name began with a W. That was my only other new clue that I never knew my whole life. Well, 3 months went by, and in August of 2008, I received an email from a woman who said that she thought that I was her child. That she had given birth to a daughter on June 23rd, 1969, and that she was adopted out of the Edna Gladney home. Well, I knew I wasn't adopted out of Edna Gladney, so I almost didn't even answer this woman back. I almost thought, nah, I don't think she is the right person, but I better at least write her back and, explain to her that I was adopted out of a completely different place. So that's basically what I did, and she messaged me back, and she's like, well, it's been many years. It's been, you gotta understand, it's been like 39 years since this has taken place. I might have the place wrong. She's like, but I do know that it was a 3-story red brick building, and that it was operated by a Baptist minister. Well, lo and behold, that spit Homestead description completely. So I went ahead and gave her the group information so she could go check out the group. And I told her that there'd be a picture of the maternity home on the front page of the group. And that if that was the place that she had been, to please message me back and let me know. Sure enough, she messaged me back and it's like, yeah, that was definitely the maternity home that I was in. So we then exchanged, we didn't exchange photos yet. Because of the fact that I knew her last name started with a W, I asked her, what's your maiden name? What was your maiden name when you gave birth to your little girl? When she came back and told me Whitehead, I was pretty floored, pretty amazed actually. And from that point on, that got the ball rolling, and that was, she sent me the email on August 25th, 2008, and we got confirmation back on September 2nd, 2008, that yes, she was indeed my birth mother. And then I got to meet her in person on November 1st, 2008. I have 2 sisters that were born after me and 1 brother. My birth mom was from Louisiana. That's where she was living at the time that she got pregnant with me. And the maternity home was in Texas. She was 16 and a half when she gave birth to me, and then like 3 years later she had another child that she kept, which was my sister, which is my sister Christy. Then I have another sister named Becca, and then I have a brother named Richard. I've never met my siblings, and I doubt I ever will. The reason being, well, I'll get into that. I don't like making too long of videos because it just takes so long to edit them, publish them, and get them on the computer and then uploaded. But I do want to get my story out there. So, if any of you are adopted and have any questions and want to ask me anything, feel free. I'll try to answer it the best of my ability, whether I answer it through a video response or whether I answer it in a comment response. I'll try to answer your questions the best of my ability. I will say this, there is a lot more to the story that will be told. But I feel like, because it's happened to me, and because of everything that I've gone through after finding out the things that I found out, and that I'm actually still sane and haven't lost it. Yeah, it's meant for me to get my story out there for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's just something I feel like I have to do. And I hope it helps a lot of people in the process. I love everybody very much, and I'll probably go ahead and make another video. I'm just going to title this my story, what it's like being adopted. Something to that effect. Anytime that I change a subject matter, I'll be posting it on the title in my videos. Anyways, so until then, I love you all very much, and you have a great day, evening, whatever the case may be. Bye.